What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Sunday, January 18th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's on with me today as she attends Taylor University. She's a student athlete that plays basketball. Right now, she's averaging a little over 9 points and averaging a little over 8 rebounds. So she is a forward on the basketball team. Her team is 15-4. We're going to talk to Celina Blount, and that is her name. We're going to talk to her about her why of getting into sports. We're going to also get to know her and ask some get to know you questions as well. So without any further ado, I introduce Celina. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. Thank you for coming on here. Once again, you look absolutely lovely tonight. I love the glasses. I really do. They look amazing. My first question to you is the same question as I always have for everybody that comes on this podcast, right? And that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations maybe growing up? I think I know this answer for sure. But ultimately, what is your why for wanting to get into sports?
Well, I grew up in a very athletic household. My dad played in the NBA, so him being able to look up to him, he was obviously like any sport you want to play, like I'm going to support you, but basketball kind of flows in our blood. So my brother playing, me being also one of the younger kids as well, watching everyone else want to like play outside basketball. We had a basketball hoop outside. I wanted to go out there and be with my siblings. So like that's kind of where it started, and then I started playing around third grade. And I kept playing, and it's interesting you asked me my why because around probably freshman sophomore year, I was just like, I want to be done with basketball. Like I'm not enjoying it anymore. But I
Wow.
kept kind of playing through it because something I feel like God was telling me just like keep pushing through and everything else.
Hmm.
So around after my sophomore year, I was just like, I'm really like this might be my junior year, might be my last year. And the varsity team I was on, because I played JV my first 2 years and I loved it. I loved not having to take basketball as serious as everyone else, being with
Sure.
my friends. So when I went varsity my junior year, I was just like, all right, like I'm just gotta get through one more year, and I loved it so much because my teammates were so just like supportive, so much so there for me. So then for AAU, after getting like offers as well, I was like, okay, like basketball is gonna be my thing.
All
So
right. All right. And listen, you doing your thing, obviously. Doing your thing out there at Taylor University, no question about it. Now I want to ask you because Taylor University is based in Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken.
Upland,
Did you grow up in Indianapolis or did you grow up in Chicago?
I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm from Ohio. I'm trying to think. My uncle lives in Indiana, so like I've been to Indianapolis before. He's like right in the heart of Indianapolis.
Mhm.
So I've definitely been down there. Over the summer, I went with my friends to spend some time down there and go sightseeing. But there's not really much to do in Indianapolis, but it was fun just to be with them. So I've lived in Cincinnati, Ohio my entire life.
Okay. I love that. I do. I love Cincinnati, by the way. I'm a huge fan of that city, no question about it. I want to ask you though, Taylor University, was that your first choice, like you wanted to go to school, or were there any other school that you were seeking out? And if so, what were some of those schools that you were seeking out outside of Taylor University, the school you attended or chose to attend, I should say?
So my freshman year, I went to College of Charleston, and they're
Mm.
one, and I had offers from like Bucknell, Davidson, and honestly, sometimes I wish that I would have went on more visits. Cause I only went to I think three, and
Okay.
two of them were in Michigan, and the other one was in Charleston.
Mm.
And sometimes I wish I went to the Davidson and Bucknell one, but as soon as I was at Charleston, I loved it so much, so I committed. And that first year was just a lot rougher than I was expecting, just a lot different than what I was told as well. So like coming into it, I was just a little off put, I guess.
Sure.
So I finished or I started my first game, I started the first game for College of
Mm.
Charleston. Like
Right.
things were looking good, but there was something wrong with my knee at the time, and I could just feel because I felt slow on the court. I felt slow doing anything, honestly. And after that first game, I think I had sat the next two, and then in practice one day, I just like felt something click, and my knee, I just couldn't put pressure on it. I couldn't walk on it for a while. So I was out for about a month and a half, 2 months, just like trying to see what it was because it wasn't a tear or anything. And I would end up getting diagnosed with Hofstra's pad impingement. And so
Wow.
basically, where like I guess my fat pad gets stuck with between the joints sometimes.
Right.
So that like squeezes on each other, and if I keep going and not giving myself a break, then it just gets worse. So I didn't really
Sure.
know that, but like obviously summer I had worked so hard and was like I see a start like the starting spot open for me, and I took it obviously because I wanted to play. So after that, it was definitely different finding that out one, but just where they wanted me on the court as well wasn't something I like. They wouldn't be straight post, straight five, and that's never been me. I've been like, if I can get the ball, like I'll dribble it up. If I can do like different things, I'll do different
Mm.
things. So being stuck in the post just wasn't what I wanted. And after that year, I was honestly, that one was just rough being away from family, not having anything really go my way. I felt like, so I was like, maybe basketball is not really for me.
Right.
And my roommate and my teammate, Emma, she reached out to me. We played high school together and AAU. And she was like, I know you're not enjoying basketball, but there's a place called Taylor University. It's a Christian school. If you want to
Okay.
come visit, like you can come see. And it was just like, okay, I feel like God's like giving me another place to go for a reason. And I'm being here. I've definitely found my love for basketball again. I feel like I lost it in Charleston. So like after our first open gym, I was like, this is where God wants me to be right now. Like I'm here for a reason, and I'm honestly grateful for it.
I love that. I love that answer, and thank you for your transparency. I really do. I really do appreciate that because sometimes, listen, things are not always what they seem, right? Because
Yeah.
people sometimes sell you hopes and dreams, and you're like, man, this is going to be great, and all of a sudden you get there, and it's a 180. It's a total different picture of what you thought it would be. So I love that. Um, I got a couple bonus questions because you did say your dad played in an NBA.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, who's your dad?
Corey Blunt. He went to
Oh.
University of Cincinnati, and then
Absolutely. Yes, I do know. He played with Nick Van Exwell in the
yes,
Cincinnati Bearcats. Absolutely. I'm a historian. I was very young at that time, to be honest with you, but I'm a historian of the game. So I do know that they made like a huge Elite Eight run and a Final Four run at that time. Your dad also played with some stars of my favorite team, which is the Lakers. I grew up in California. So I grew up in San Diego, California. So he played with the Lakers, he played with the Bulls, he played with some other stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's awesome. I think I got a trading card of his too. So that's pretty awesome to hear. Um, I also wanted to ask you, you said your game, you talked about it. You said your games are different. Would you I know you know who Angel Reese is. Because
yeah.
when I'm thinking of when you're talking about bringing it up and dribbling, I'm thinking you have an Angel Reese type of game. Am I way off or am I
Um,
around that?
I think I have a better like shooting like look than Angel Reese, but I definitely can rebound, definitely can put back. I think, in her years as well. I kind of look at her Maryland days. I feel like that's like the closest of Angel Reese I've
Mm,
been before she tore
yeah,
ACL. Before like all she was kind of more stuck to like being a post, but
right.
I would consider I guess myself versatile because if you need like I can screen, I can post, but also like if you need a guard, I can bring the ball up. I can do like different things for my team as
Mm.
well. So
Okay. No, I like players like that. Basketball is my favorite sport. That's also another reason why I wanted to talk to you because I love basketball with my whole heart. It's all I've ever played. Obviously, not as talented as you to play on a collegiate level, but I definitely played on a high school level for sure, and I love it for sure. I want to ask you some favorite questions. And you just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so let's
okay.
rock. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Favorite meal I like to cook. I love cooking steak and salmon and like mashed potatoes. Those are I really like cooking.
Okay, now, listen, I might have to pull up to Indianapolis now. I'm saying I might have to pull up to Indiana. Steak, you named three things that I absolutely love. Now, but hold on, let me ask this one: how do you make your steak?
I put it in the oven. That's how my dad taught me.
Got you. That's good, Dad. Good, Dad. Shout out to Mr. Blunt. No question about that. I'm a medium rare type of guy. I like
Mhm.
medium rare steak. Although I grew up with my mother and my dad making it well done, so I had to
Yeah.
like put a whole bunch of sauce on it. But medium rare, you don't have to put sauce on it. So I'm with that. Okay, that's what's up. I like that. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
I've only been to one. It was a Jack Harlow concert, and I definitely loved it. I think it was Jack Harlow, and he had City Girls introduce him. Very
Hmm.
good.
Absolutely, love me some Jack Harlow, no doubt. But would you say that R&B, hip hop is your kind of favorite genre of music? Because I like all genres, but if you had to pick a
Yeah.
favorite, what would it be?
A favorite? I guess I would say like hip hop, R&B, but I also listen to almost everything except like country. That's like really it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Celina. And not much of the country star over here. Too much, that's for sure. Okay, I'm with you on that. We vibing now. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Arizona. We went to Arizona as a team this
Mm,
winter. But I've been to Arizona with my mom for my sophomore year spring break, and I
okay.
just love the views. It's very nice out there. Like obviously we went in winter and I went in the spring, so it wasn't like 100 degrees. The desert wasn't
Hmm.
killing us, but
Hmm.
just like seeing the aesthetic of everyone out there as well was just like nice. And the we went to Sedona for our like with our team, and that was just like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life.
Absolutely. If you ever get a chance to go to Phoenix, Phoenix is definitely the move. No question about it. But yes, please don't go in the summertime. It's in the triple digits. Your ice cream will melt so fast out there. No question about that. I'm a huge traveler too. I love to travel for sure. I would say my favorite city is New Orleans.
Okay.
I'm a huge foodie. So New Orleans, definitely had the jambalaya, the gumbo. I got a chance to do the Super Bowl out there last year
Oh,
when the
nice.
Super Bowl was there. So it was just amazing, such an amazing experience. So no question about that. We're sports people, so I'm going to ask you this sports question: favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They can be the same sport.
I definitely would say basketball. Well, I like to watch. Okay, so I think I'm a basketball, football, and golf girl. I love watching golf. It's just like a peaceful. I love playing it as well, but
Mm.
definitely watching it is just very peaceful and like seeing the just how everyone like reacts to everything and
Mhm,
just the silence and then everyone's like, "Oh, a hole in one" or something.
mhm,
So I think
mhm,
that and favorite sport to watch in person would definitely be basketball. I've been to football games in high school, but I don't think anything will amount to like one. I like to like joke around and clown. So for basketball, like my our men's team here, whenever they have like a home game, any game, like if I'm in the front seat, I'm gonna be talking to
oh
everybody.
my goodness.
So,
So, oh my goodness. Are you the one that be like loud and proud at the
yep.
games and stuff? Okay, I got you, Selena. I got you. Okay, that's what's up. I would love you as a fan, but as a person on the basketball team, I'd be like, would this girl just be quiet already, But that's probably what I would be. But that's awesome. That's awesome that you're like that. Are you a WNBA fan? Like, do you get a chance to watch any Fever games out there in Indiana, or is that kind of far from you?
I've never been to a Fever game. I don't think I've ever been to a WNBA game in
Oh, wow.
person,
Oh, wow.
but I love like I'm honestly like if I'm doing anything, I'll have sports in the background. And so especially like around the summertime where it's like finals are going on for both WNBA and or like the starting for the WNBA is going
Yeah,
on, like just turn
yeah.
it on. I'll sit down and listen and I'll sit down and watch.
Hmm.
Um I'm also very in like media, so I like seeing like what players say and what people are saying about players and like
Absolutely.
making a judgment on it. So
Yeah, now you in my wheelhouse. There's no question about that. I love that. I do. I truly do. Now, you said you like golf. What's your handicap? Because I love golf too. I love to play
okay,
golf.
I've only been like twice, like to actual courses.
Hmm.
But the first time I did an 18. I think I got like a 93, which really isn't bad for my first time. I was not mad. And then I think recently, the last time I went, I had like an 87, 86. So
Okay, yeah, yeah. You would probably crush me on the damn course. There's no question about it. I'm still in the hundreds. I'm still in the hundreds with that. But that's okay. That's amazing. That's amazing that you love golf because I love golf too. My favorite golfer outside of the Tiger Woods would
mm,
probably be Bryson DeChambeau.
yeah.
That's one of my favorite golfers for sure. Last of the favorites. I'm a huge foodie, as I told you, and I love to go out and get something to eat. I love to travel. What is your favorite place to go out and eat at?
If I'm looking for something quick, probably I love, I guess, chicken, Cane's, Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, oh yeah.
If I'm like really, really craving like something, I might get tenders from Popeyes, but definitely Chick-fil-A and Cane's are like my first two fast food options. But to sit down, I like pasta, so like Olive Garden. I do like shrimp and grits too. There's a place back home. I'm blanking on what it's called, but it's right like near us. Me and my mom go there all the time for like breakfast. They have great shrimp and grits, great biscuit as well. So
First off, I absolutely adore you right now because you said Canes, and people do not know what the hell Canes is. People are
really,
sleeping on Canes. Yeah, yeah. Well, Canes is a Midwest thing, right?
I
It's a
didn't know
Midwest
that.
thing. So out here, when I said Canes is like my favorite chicken place upstate New York on the East Coast, they talking about Canes. What's Canes? I'm like, oh man, oh y'all are asleep. Y'all in a coma because Canes is the truth, no question about it. But you also said shrimp and grits. I've never had shrimp and grits in my life.
I think I we went to New Orleans one time. I think
Mm.
for so I was like when I was definitely younger, and that was the first time I had it. And ever
Okay.
since, like anytime we go anywhere, if it's I think it's Seasons 52. That's in Cincinnati. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
anywhere else, but
Yeah.
their shrimp and grits are delicious. I
Okay.
just like I'm always chasing like good shrimp and grits. Like anytime I see somewhere that has it, I'm
Hmm.
definitely gonna try it at least once.
Yeah. So there is a friend of mine who I know in the media that is in Cincinnati that I told her to please look out for some good food places. So season 52 is one because I'm actually going there to cover a soccer game in the summertime at some point. So I told her please look out for some good food places because I don't know nothing about Cincinnati at all. So she might come up and say seasons 52 now that I talked to you. So that's what's up. I love that. I love that. Um I want to talk about your day-to-day operations. Now, as a student, especially a full-time student, I know you probably take 4 classes or more.
Yeah.
And then you have conditioning, you have lift, you have practice, right? You have a lot of different things going on. Then you got to have study time as well. Most student athletes live in dorms with other student athletes. So, talk to me about your day-to-day operations of, being a student athlete and just trying to figure all that stuff out and try to do all that stuff, but also still be Celina and try to have a good time. And, because you seem like a very personable person to be around. So tell me about your day to day operations.
So right now we're in something called J term. I think it's honestly only a uh Taylor University or like Crossroads League um thing. So it's
Hmm.
basically one class for I think 4 weeks, and it's
Oh,
Monday through I have it Monday through Friday. Some people have it Monday through Thursday, but it's like their class time could be like 8:30 to 10:30, and then they have a break in between, and they'll have class again at 1. Same
oh,
class.
okay.
So
Okay.
I got lucky. I have a 11 to 1 class, which is fine with me.
Hmm.
Um, so that's Monday through Friday. So usually wake up on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. There's also chapel. So wake up around 9:30, go to chapel at 10, and then from 10 to 11 in chapel, and then 11 I go to my class.
Okay.
And then from 11 to 1 I'm in class. Usually I'll come back, I'll get food and have like a little break before practice. Practice is right now 3:30 to 5, maybe sometimes
Right.
5:30. On Mondays and Thursdays we have weights from 5 to 6, and then afterwards come home, shower, do. I'm glad because most of my like homework in this class is just readings, and then we'll talk about it and discuss it in class. So like I'm fine with
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh,
um,
okay. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we have three really graded assignments. There's two essays, which is like one of them's 800 words, which isn't that bad, and the other one's 1,500, which also really isn't that bad. Um, and then
Not
we
at all.
have present something in class, like a discussion to like get other people talking. So I do that
Mhm.
Wednesday. Um, but usually, so I'll come home, read, and then I'm usually done for the day around like 8:39. If I'm still hungry, I'll cook something, I'll eat a snack. And then usually I'll scroll on Instagram, scroll on TikTok, talk to my boyfriend, talk to my friends. Sometimes my mom will call. And usually like the 9 to 10:30, 11 is like my time to relax, chill, keep up with my people. And then if my roommate's here, like I'll talk to her as well. So it just depends on like what the day is. But right now it definitely is not bad, but very repetitive. So like every day it's gonna be like almost the same. But I think in the winter, or well, in the fall and the spring, I have 5 classes, 6 online. I have one online next semester. So like really it
Ooh.
isn't that bad, and I get to choose my classes. So it's like sometimes it's definitely like I'll come home after practice and I won't leave the desk for like 5 hours just finishing everything. But also I like to
Sure.
work ahead a little bit. So like for game days, usually our games are Wednesday, Saturday, and like I'm glad that we're in the like I was in the time period I am because we had a class Wednesday, but I couldn't go because we were going to Michigan for one of our games. That's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive already, and then it was snowing, so it was like 3 hours, 30 minutes pushing four. So
Right.
I'm glad because it was just like reading one, and I know I feel like like if I had all five classes at this time, I'd be a lot more stressed out because like all right, I have to be here at this time, but I'm gonna be on the bus for 4 hours. But also sometimes the computer doesn't work on the bus and all this stuff. So
Right.
definitely gotten lucky for where I'm at in the class I chose as well. But right now it's definitely just like repetitive. Nothing's really changing. I know what my like every day is gonna look like basically. So
Well, that's pretty good, to have a
yeah.
routine. Because listen, athletes and us sports people in general, we love to have routine. Routine is great. I'm crazy about planning stuff ahead. As you know, I try to do that. I did that with you, and I do that with everybody else, and also the rest of my schedule that I try to do as well. A bonus thing came up in my mind though, because you talked about it. You talked about being on the road and going to road games. Like, when you got to go to road games and travel here, like, is that more difficult for you to kind of keep up with your studies, or I'm because I'm guessing sometimes it's not a bus trip that you have to go on. Sometimes you might have to like go cross country or go a couple other states even
Yeah.
more. Like it's a longer road trip. On those longer road trips, is it harder to kind of keep up with your studies, or how do you handle that?
Usually, so I think our farthest one, because like the Crossroads League is really just in Indiana, Michigan, and like Upper Ohio. So like the farthest we'd have to drive is probably to Michigan, which is usually like 2.5, 3,
Okay.
but because of the snow, it was like 3 to 4.
Hmm.
Out of season, we went to Chicago, and I think that was like a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah,
So we
it's not
stayed in
bad.
but it definitely wasn't too bad just because like if I know I'm gonna be somewhere where I'm either one not gonna want to do my homework or like be with my teammates and everything, or
Hmm.
like I'm not gonna have time, I'm gonna try and finish it as early as I can. And if something pops up and I can't do it, I'll just email my professor because usually a lot of them are understanding about like, hey, I'm in a different state and different time zone right now, and I didn't see that this was due at this time and all this stuff.
For
So a
sure.
lot of them are like very understanding, especially for like a one-time incident, which usually is. So like I don't have to like stress too much about getting everything done because I'm usually on top of everything as well. So
I love it. I love it. Now, great segue because now I want to talk about school life, balance, and also mental health. Now, mental health is such a big thing now. People talk about it. A lot of different people deal with mental health in a plethora of ways, right? They deal with it. And I know journalists, me personally, I know journalists who have stepped away from this industry because of mental health, right? Because it's such a rigorous job. You're working all the time. Journalism never stops, right? As far as a student athlete goes, it can be rigorous as well, right? Because everybody has those days where it's just those dog days. It's very tough. But you also have school life balance. Like I said, you seem like a very personable person, very easy to talk to. I certainly wouldn't mind hanging out with you, and I know the loved ones and your friends and teammates feel the same way about you. So tell me, how do you keep a balance of your school life balance but also keep your mental health strong so you don't seem overwhelmed or burnt out doing what you do?
I think really having basketball as an outlet is one of like a great like one of the greatest things. Also having my family, like we were on a 4 game losing streak, and so that
Mm.
definitely I think mentally as well, like I hold myself to such a high standard in basketball, and if I'm not reaching where I want to be, it kind of throws off my mood. But also, it's like then we lose on top of it, and that's like okay, if I did this better, I could like the game could have changed and all these things. So definitely, like the last, I want to say 2 weeks was just like rougher on myself because I'm putting the pressure on myself, like really no one else is. Um, but also it's like my like teammate, I think she's number one in NAI scoring right now, and she's like dropping 25 plus a game, and it's like if no one else can help her, I don't want all that stress to be on her, but also it's like just like
Sure.
having to be like she's a freshman too, so like being that older
Wow.
person for her to talk to, yeah,
Yeah.
she's doing really good. But like
Okay.
being that older person for her to talk to, and like just because we lost doesn't mean like you did anything wrong. And I think that's also just what our team is like. struggling with, especially in losses, because that was our first loss, four losses. Honestly, we were 14-0 for the first half of the season, getting a conference, lose four in a row. Not where we wanted to be, but also it's just like, okay, everything's kind of collapsing, and I feel like I put it on myself to like help the team get back up, but also like if I'm struggling like where I was at, it's like, okay, I still have to do stuff for myself. And so
Mhm.
that's why I'm also like I'm glad it's J term time, because like I can stay after practice and shoot more and extra. I can go early to shoot, and like I still have that like time before class or like time after class. Um and also time for me to like go after practice and not have to worry about the homework I need to finish for the next day and everything else.
Sure.
So mentally, I guess with like school, the first half, I always like the first semester is just interesting to get used to, especially at a new school. Um, Usually like after like high school, it was like easier because I knew it was coming. Now it's like new school, not really knowing like the difference between Taylor's definitely like a they're Christian schools, so like our classes have like God and the Bible and different things integrated in them, and like being able to talk about that more freely, where I was in a place where like it wasn't really necessarily looked down on, but like it wasn't as common as it is here.
Sure.
um so definitely also with that, just having like my Bible, having God on my side, knowing that like my plan is something that he it's in his hands. So like knowing like I can't really be too stressed out. And I think I read a Bible verse to my team, and it was like the weary will go to him and he will pick everyone up, and like really just like hold them together, like put all your worries on him. So when I'm stressed out, I'm like I just like gotta calm down. I know this is like his plan, and I can't let like the devil get in my mind. I can't let all these negative thoughts get in my mind. And I think that also having a Christian like family as well. My mom, I'll call my mom and she'll start spitting Bible verses out at me, and I'm like, okay, okay, I hear you. And
Mm.
so I think just having the people I have, if I'm like really struggling, sometimes I'll do like my boyfriend comes over certain times and we'll do Bible study just to like help me feel a little calmer about the upcoming week. So it's just stuff like that that is calming to me and like helps me get through the mental challenges, because there really are a lot with basketball and school and just life in
Sure.
general. So
Yeah. Absolutely. And shout out to Mrs. Blunt. Shout out to your boyfriend. I'm sure those are both wonderful people, and no doubt about that. And I love that answer, right? It's a question worth asking because not a lot of people get to kind of expand and advocate about how they feel about their mental health, except to their inner circles, right? But it's important to know that everybody deals with mental health differently. Sometimes people need therapy too. And it's okay to go to therapy, and I feel like for me, I used to call mama all the time, especially when I first graduated college. I graduated college in 21, and I just got my master's this year in 25.
congrats.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I used to call mama all the time when I first moved from Georgia, because that's where she is now. I moved from Georgia to Minnesota. I was by myself. And I felt like I was working with everybody that was super older than me. They was like two times my age. And I was like, what is going on here? I was like, okay, I am alone. I don't, mom, you're the only person I can connect with. And that's just what, that's pretty much what I was doing. Right. But it's great that you have friends and family that you seek out and you talk to about things. And you also use basketball as an outlet as well. Listen, you guys have won 79% of the games that you've played. And that's really remarkable. And yes, there's an expectation to win all the time, but we also know every time you step on the court, it's a 50-50 dynamic. You're going to win, you're going to lose. One of those two things are going to happen for sure, because there ain't going to be no ties. So right? So at the end of the day, that one of those things are going to happen. But to be able to have that mindset of like, I got to help my teammate out, or I want to take some of that burden off my teammate. I love that, and I'm sure that all you guys are figuring out ways to be able to continue to do that and evolve over the season, because it's a long season, right? You play about 30+ games, then you're talking about tournament time. Then if you do get into the and I'm just talking about your conference tournament, and then you get into the section tournament where you,
Hmm.
you could possibly do some damage. So I love that mindset. I do. But this is another great segue, Celina, because now I want to talk about advice. What is some advice that you would give someone, say maybe a high school girl that's looking to play collegiate basketball, that wants to come in and Just do what she loves. See you doing what you love. What kind of advice would you give that individual that wants to play in basketball, and but also being a student athlete at a university, knowing that you're gonna run into some hurdles and some tough stuff as well?
Definitely ask questions. I feel like with my first recruiting process, that's what I really lacked is asking questions about what they saw me as, my like what position I was gonna be, but also just like how rigorous is like the school that like or the classes that I'm gonna take. If I'm going
Mhm.
in this major, like what certain class am I gonna have to take? Am I gonna be missing? Like I know a lot of people have to like either choose nursing or choose basketball because like there's so many labs and like things you have to go to. But like
Mhm.
if I feel like you can work around them if you like really try them. I think my teammate, she's majoring in I think biology or chemistry, going into the nursing route. A lot of my teammates are going to the nursing, dentistry, and then like I think another one's just looking to be like a PA. And so
Okay.
they had learned to balance, but also like if you want to go into that, you might have to go to a smaller school and like not. I feel like always not always bigger schools are like your place to be.
Sure.
Or Taylor has about maybe 3 to 4 thousand kids at max, so it's like a high school. Um, but like I know my classes are gonna have maybe 20 people, maybe less. And I know like I'm gonna have a one-on-one connection with my professor. I know it's gonna be easier to tell him like, hey, I'm missing this day for basketball. Can I come in and make it up on like a weekend or can I make it up on a different day? And
Sure.
having that connection as well with the professor just helps a lot more because I have to miss certain days for the basketball. I can't help it. So definitely asking questions, researching, seeing like I know some coaches can be crazy. So like looking at the coach that's there, if he's gotten or he or she has gotten like kicked off a different team or has gotten fired or like other stuff like that, just to like make sure you know where you're what you're going into. Looking at winning losing records and seeing where they're at right now, what they're looking for on like a team. If the coach is going to be like a lot more I know like my coach was definitely a yeller, so like going into Charleston, she was a yeller as well. So it's not like anything I was not used to.
Sure.
And then here she doesn't really yell, so it's like a little different. Because to me, it's like if you yell, you care a lot more, and not having
Mhm.
that is also different. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know some people like have to be yelled at to play basketball, so like it's just different
Sure.
things like to look at where you're going, and also just remember like God's plan. If he think like if you feel like you need to go there, then like that's where you're called to. But if you are there for a year and you're not liking it, like God has a plan for you, so it's gonna work out regardless. So that's just how I look at it.
No, that's great advice. It really is. Ask questions for sure, right? You just never know. Talk to people. Talk to as many people as you can. The same thing with this industry as well as journalism. I've reached out to a lot of journalists. I wanted to kind of know the ins and outs of the journalism field. What am I getting myself into? Right? I always tell people that want to come into this industry now, you definitely want to meet the people that you're going to be working with. So if they're not willing to fly you out for a trip, that's a red flag. That's like totally a red flag if you're in a different state. Because typically journalists have to move
Mhm.
from where they graduate from and they have to relocate. If you're not willing to fly me out to meet people, that's a red flag. If I cannot be in the city to find out where the necessary things are, like, dentists or doctors or grocery stores or just the city, kind of tour the city a little bit to see where my whereabouts is going, that's a red flag. And I know my mother and father also told me that too. And they was like, yeah. And I had to think about it, like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't want to be in a strange city. I don't know where I'm at. And I certainly don't want to run into a situation where, you know, I don't know or feel comfortable with the people that I'm around. It's kind of what you're saying with the basketball team, with the coaches and the team. If the team's a losing team, I don't know if I want to transfer there. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. How am I going to help that? You know what I mean? So I totally understand that. I wanted to ask you this particular question, and it's your playing style. If you had to compare your playing style to a player, now I know I said Angel Reese, but I want you to compare your style to a player that's playing right now. What is your style? Like, are you one of those rah rah kind of people on the court, or are you very relaxed or chill on the court? Like, what is your style?
I think it depends. I definitely would consider myself, I think, a calmer player, but if it gets to a situation where like I'm getting talked to or someone's talking to me, I'm gonna talk back. Like I'm not just gonna sit there and let them like, do
Okay,
whatever. So
okay. That's okay.
Also,
So
like,
no,
if
I'm
I
I'm
get,
I'm I'm gonna say like you're a babyface assassin. It's always the baby
yeah,
faces, right? Like because you have a very angelic type of look, no question about it. Like oh my gosh, you're just it's just amazing. But on the court, some people say that you could be a dog. Like, or
yeah.
would you say you're a dog on the court?
I maybe sometimes I hustle. We have a hustle play like calculation sheet, and I think I'm
Hmm.
tied with Casey for like hustle plays diving on the ground. I think I have more deflections than her. She has more charges. I've never taken a charge in a game, but and also like I think I'm averaging maybe 2 or 3 blocks a game right now. So it's like when I get a block, like especially if it's someone that's been talking, it's just like pat on the back, like now you know it's coming and everything else. So I
Hmm.
think just having that I guess mentality of like I'm gonna wait for it to come to me. Like I'm not gonna sit there and go out there and just immediately start talking and doing
Right.
all this stuff everyone else riled up. But if you talk to me, like now there's consequences coming for like I guess
I feel
you.
that. I feel
So
that. Don't bark up the wrong tree is what you're saying. I feel it. I feel it. Now, I wanted to also ask you this question, and that is that um bucket list. That's what this is called. It's called bucket list.
mhm.
And basically what it is I want you to kind of speak this into existence. Give me a top four of teams that you like to play or will want to play that you haven't played yet.
We have well, like this year, I'm blessed. So we had 2 exhibition games. We played Butler and UC. So I got to go back home, play. Obviously, we definitely got our butts kicked, but like I don't think I really did bad in them. I think I had a double double in Cincinnati, and then I think I had 7 and 10 in at Butler. And so
Hmm.
like having that opportunity and definitely that I think that pushed us into the season as well. But I would love to play. I think Cumberland's they're on the top 25 list right now. And they're not in our conference, so we like have to play them out of conference, but they're doing really good. I would love to play them. Um, some more like I think a exhibition game I'd like to do is Ball State, just because it's like the closest school to us,
Yeah.
and no, they gave Casey only had 2 offers coming in, which I feel like is insane, just because like the player she is and like
Hmm.
what she's doing for us. But it was Taylor and Ball State, and so she took Taylor. So like I want to go to Ball State and just like have them be like, I should have did more for her. So that would be
You,
fun.
you want to rub it in their face. This is
Yeah,
what you want to do.
and
I
then
like
I
that.
really honestly, I want to play some more top 25 teams. Like we played Marion, which was I think they were third or fourth for a while. Like a lot of the
Hmm.
top 25 in the NAIA are in our conference, which is like really good competition.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm trying to think who else. I know those two. Those two are definitely on the top four, top two really.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
but yeah, I really can't think of any more.
No, I feel that. I feel that. Now Marion, if I'm not mistaken, and 'cause I do a little bit of research on here prior to me getting on here. Marion gave y'all the business
Yeah,
earlier this year, for sure, no question. I think y'all got them next month, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all
yeah.
play them again. Talk to me about that first Marion matchup and what exactly transpired in your mind, and what do you think you need to do differently against those guys?
So we changed our defense up, and like I don't know if you believe it, but we were within two. I think with 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth.
Hmm.
Um, and then I believe I'm blanking on her name, but she came out and hit 3 or 4 threes in our face back to back to back to back. So
Oof.
that put the score up 12. I think we ended up losing by like 18. Um, but obviously wanting to climb back from that was difficult because there's only 3 more minutes left in the game, and she just hit
Right.
4 threes in the face.
Right.
So I
Right.
think one knowing Scout a little better because we had her as a streaky, like our coaches had her as a streaky shooter, but like now we know if she gets hot, she'll get hot. Like I don't think she missed a three. Um,
Mm.
and also just like the way like our communication was a little off on the screens because most of her shots were off the screen. Um, and then definitely the McNally. I think Abby McNally had 20 something, maybe 30. So what having I think having to stop her and looking at the teams that have beat them, stop the post and I think beat them more on the rebounds. And I feel like I think we end up losing on the rebounds. We lost on the turnovers. most
Mhm.
everything we lost on. So like I don't think like when we're like we were within two within like 4 minutes left and they just took the game away. So
Right.
I feel like if we continue to play defense the way we do, the way we did the first, I don't know, 38, 36 minutes of the game, I think we definitely have it either a closer game or we might be able to beat them. But they're like I think also I think the McNallys are seniors. I McNally is an All American. I think 2-time All American.
Mm.
So I mean, she's
Wow.
definitely someone to like. We have to look out look out for her. Um,
Absolutely.
and so I think right now having I think also because we played St. Francis and they also beat us by 20 and like this was our like losing streak and going into that was definitely not as much, but I truly believe the losses that we had just opened up the flaws that we had that we can like start working on so the next time we play them it's not going to
Sure.
be as bad and also like we can like beat them, have a better chance of beating them. um so like obviously can't be too mad, but I think next time we see them it's going to be definitely a different outlook.
Okay, okay, you said it. I'm with you. I believe it. I believe it, girl. Now, listen, we've came to the portion of our podcast now that we're going to play my interactive game called This or That. The game I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's very simple, Selena. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Let's rock with it. Out of these two restaurants, which restaurant would you choose to go sit down in if you had to? Longhorn Steakhouse or Texas Roadhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
You like the cinnamon buns, don't you?
Yep.
Girl, you on point like a period. I'm with you on that. Okay, I like that. Here we go. We're gonna rock with it. Out of these two flavors, which flavor would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Lemon pepper.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Ooh, depends if they're boneless, wet. If they are with a like bone in, dry.
Okay. Do you like your wings? I was gonna say, which one? Do you like your wings bone in or boneless? Now, which one is 51%? Which one is 49%?
Probably boneless.
Okay. Do you eat it with a fork?
Yeah.
Are you a dipper? Do you dip it into anything? Because
And
some people
ranch.
dip it into like ranch.
Yep.
Okay, so you one of those. You one of those. Okay, I got you. That's cool. I've never had ranch as well.
What?
Never had. Yeah, yeah. I will admit it on here, and I know when people look at this, they're like, "You is jiving or you is capping." No, I'm not capping at all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I ain't never had ranch in my life.
Every time
Um,
any wing place, the ranch with the fries, ranch with the wings, ranch on the sandwich, ranch on everything.
what in the blue hell? Ranch on everything? Oh my
Yes.
god. Okay, all right. Well, Selena, that's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna have to try ranch before I make an assumption on ranch. How about
It's
that? I'll have to try it.
life
What should I
changing.
try it with first, though? What should I try it with first? 'Cause I ain't trying it on no
I
damn fries. No
I
fries.
was gonna say I love it with fries, but I guess if you don't want it with that, I would say probably like wings, boneless wings.
Okay, I got you. I promise you, next time that we talk, I'm definitely going to try it out. I love that. These next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. Okay, so here we go. First question: which music concert would you rather go to, Rihanna or Beyonce?
Beyonce.
Okay. Do you not like neither artist? Because your face said something different.
No, I do, but I'm trying to think. Like, I go to Beyonce with my mom. I go to Rihanna with my sister. So I just had to like pick and choose.
Oh, okay. I feel you on that. Okay, I feel you on that. All right, here we go. Second one. Which music concert would you rather go to? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Kendrick Lamar.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, girl, we still vibing. Here we go. Let's keep this thing going. Which music concert would you rather go to? Lil Wayne or J. Cole?
J. Cole.
Okay, okay, got some good music taste. Okay, let's see if we can keep this thing going. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Megan Thee Stallion or SZA?
SZA.
Okay, she a vibe. Ooh,
Yeah.
she a vibe. I swear she just don't know it yet, but she the future wife. She just don't know it yet. Cause Lord have mercy. Scissor, yes. I love me some scissor, no question about it. Okay, last one. Which music concert would you rather go see? Chris Brown or Usher?
Usher. Usher got some classics.
He does. He does. Is there a classic that comes to mind that you like?
I always think of Burn and the Boondocks. That's always my first thought.
The Boondocks, Bird.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm with you on that. All right. I like Burn too. For sure. I think my classic would be My Way.
Hmm.
My Way. That song, I love that. But Confessions was just my favorite album of his. Probably his best album too, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Okay. Okay, you did pretty good with that. Let's go back to sports. Which sport would you rather watch on TV? You had a choice. Football or baseball?
Football.
Are you a Bengals fan or a Browns fan?
I'm a Cowboys fan. My mom's
What?
a Cowboys fan.
Oh
I don't
my.
know where she got it from, but she's a Cowboys fan. My brother's a Cowboys fan. I grew up and it was on the TV.
Okay.
If I like, I mean, if the Bengals are playing, I'll watch them too. But like, if it was the Bengals and the Cowboys playing, I'd watch the Cowboys. But also, my cousin plays on the Cardinals, so like, if they're on, I'll watch the Cardinals as well. So, just depends,
Wow.
really.
Okay. Well, shout out to your family. If you don't mind me asking, who is your cousin on the Cardinals?
Harris Johnson Jr. He's on the O line. I think he's number 77.
Hmm. I do know of that name for sure, no question. But wow, Cowboys fan. Well, shout out to your family that's Cowboys fans. Y'all have had it rough for a lot of years. There's no question
Yeah,
about that. Yeah, so we not even gonna speak on that. But
but
good thing you said.
it's
You said what?
coming. It's coming. The Super Bowl run is coming soon.
Okay. we we just gonna let that marinate like sauce does to me. That's all we gonna do because we not gonna speak that into existence. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Okay, here we go. If you had to choose between one of these two sports to play, which one are you playing? Badminton or bowling?
Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
If the gutter stoppers are up, yeah. But if not, no.
So you saying you need bumpers is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely can't go bowling. Nah, hell to the no. We can't go bowling. That cannot happen for sure. We have to put you on like one of those baby lanes with like the little slide, so we can like put the ball and slide down, and then we can all look and yeah, that's what we have to do. Okay, I'm with you on that. Do you like desserts?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna name four categories of desserts, Selena. You have to choose one of these categories to get rid of that you'll never eat again. Okay, so here
Okay.
we go. The first category is grouped together, so it's pies/cakes. Okay. The second one is candy. The third one is ice cream. The last one is cookies. Which one are you getting rid of?
Probably the pies and the cakes.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, what is your favorite ice cream?
I like cookie dough. Either
Hmm.
that or if I go like I like also trying like exotic flavors. So like if there's something new I haven't tried, then I'll try it. But
Okay, cookie dough is my second favorite. That is my second favorite ice cream for sure, no question. I love that. So it's a great selection. I would say my first is cookies and cream. That's
okay,
my
understand.
favorite. Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, do you like potato chips?
Yes.
Same format. I'm gonna name four brands. You got to get rid of one of these brands to get rid of. So here we go.
Okay.
The first brand is Ruffles. The second brand is Doritos. The third brand is Lay's. The last brand is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
I gotta get rid of the ruffles.
Oh Lord. Of all the chips to decide, I mean, you didn't even hesitate on that. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Selena, if we walked into a grocery store together and I say, go to the chip aisle and buy your favorite chip, what chip are you buying?
Honestly, if I'm in the mood, I'll probably get some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. If I'm not, if I'm looking for a plain, I might just honestly get some plain Lay's because they go with everything. If I really, but my thing with Lay's, if I want them spicy, I can put some hot sauce on them, and that can be good for me. If I want plain, I could just yes, yep. And me and my family growing up, we'd have hot dogs and Lay's chip with hot sauce on it.
What?
Yep.
my goodness. Okay. Well, okay. Shout out Mr. and Mrs. Blunt again. I'm gonna let y'all know that is not a normal tradition. Putting some hot sauce on some chips. I'm gonna tell you that right now. On some
It is
plain
fun.
chips. I feel it. I listen. You telling me it's fire? I'm. I've heard of some stories, Selena. Like I've heard somebody put applesauce on chips.
What? Okay, no, that's doing
Yeah,
too much.
listen, they were on my platform and they literally told me to put applesauce on a chip and it would change my life. I told them you cap because that's you are out your mind. Ain't nobody putting no apples. I'm not putting no Mott's applesauce on no chips. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. But hot sauce is that crazy? No, it's just something that you don't hear every day. But I am with you about the flaming hot Cheetos. I'm with you
Mhm.
on that. Now, do you put cheese on the flaming hot Cheetos though?
No, never had that before.
Elena, what the hell we gonna do? What am I gonna do with you? Oh my goodness. When it comes to the food, girl, we are like oil and water. I mean, for some reason, I'm like, what is going on here? But you did very good on the this or that. You were very decisive. Okay, I'm very happy that you answered all those questions. Now, the next question that I have for you is, what did you learn most from your freshman year that you took into your sophomore year that you're doing differently now?
Um, Definitely for my freshman year, I think I stayed a lot more to myself. I was in my room a lot more by myself. I didn't really go out much until like more the end of my freshman year, just with like my teammates. Um, I wouldn't say like like our whole team. I think the only difference between like our Charleston team and the Taylor team I'm on right now is our Taylor team. Like I could go hang out with any one of them one on one, I'd be fine. With
Mhm.
Charleston, I'd be like if you going with certain people, just because like I really didn't know them and like I didn't make an effort to get to know them. They didn't make an effort to get to know me because I didn't want to get be known, I guess.
Right.
Um, so definitely branching out, meeting new people, but also what comes with that is knowing who's really good for you and who's not, and not being afraid to say no, like I don't want to see you, or no, I don't want to like be friends with you. So I
Sure.
think that those two are definitely they're contradicting a little bit, but also just like having that ability to like read someone and like see what their true intentions are.
Mhm.
That's been like a big part of just the difference between my freshman and sophomore year.
What made you, because if I'm not mistaken, what made you choose politics and law as a major to pursue? What exactly do you want to pursue after that?
So when I was younger, about like my freshman year, around COVID, I watched Criminal Minds for the first time, and I
Mm.
loved it. And I was like, oh, I want to be in the BAU, all this stuff. And then I started like researching more, and I knew I liked law, but I just didn't know what I wanted to exactly go into.
Mhm.
And my freshman year, I settled on sports agency, but now I'm also just kind of like up in the air again because looking at public defending or like where I want to do more like actual. I'm not saying sports agency isn't law, but like more police cases, more different different I guess cases honestly, instead of just having to do basketball and having to do that.
Right.
Um but also it's my dad's an entrepreneur and he's getting his real estate, or I think he just got his real estate license. And so like I
Yeah.
can help him with that if I want to. So I think right now I know I want to be in law. I'm just not sure exactly what I want to go into like the field, but I've just always like loved law. I loved researching, finding out things, reading. So
Do you see yourself as a pro playing basketball? Is that a possibility? Possibly after college.
I mean, I definitely would see and be going like overseas if it was look like if I could.
Yeah.
But also just depends on I think where I'm at in life and like if well, it also depends on if my body is willing to let me continue playing.
Mhm.
So if I'm like feeling good, looking good, then I have the opportunity to go play after like overseas and even in the league, I would definitely take that.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, we talked about advice you would give someone coming into being a student athlete, but what is some advice that someone is giving you that you hold on dearly to?
Um, I guess probably for my mom and my dad, honestly.
Mhm.
They've always just reminded me like be on top of stuff, have a schedule, like know exactly what's gonna happen, write everything down. Like I think with my dad, he's definitely wasn't a school first person, but I'll never forget I told my mom I wanted to get my doctorate and I wanted to be the first blunt to get it, and she got her doctorate and earlier in May last year, and so I was like, all right, fine, I guess I'll be the youngest Blunt to get a doctorate, you know. So I think like just knowing that I think school is going to be more important than basketball. Like obviously basketball can take me different places I've ever been, but
Sure.
I think your education is going to take you farther than like you've ever believed.
Right.
Especially just in like the society we're in today, not having education could be detrimental to just like your future. And I'm blessed to like get have free schooling as well. So like getting the most like the most of it honestly, having free schooling, not having to really pay for anything other than like books or something. Um, so yeah,
No, I like that. Where do you want to get your doctorate in?
I don't know yet. I know my
Okay.
mom got in education, something specific in education, and it took her about 4 to 5 years. And honestly, like back when it was happening, I don't think I really realized how like I now understand like why she would come home and be like mad if my dad was home all day and we'd wait till she came home and asking her what's for dinner when she just came from work and she has homework to do and she has to deal with like, so I definitely understand like the stress it can put on her. But other than like, you know, her getting upset after we asked for dinner, she never really showed it. And I think that was like the best part of it, just like knowing that like she could have been in like some of the worst stress of her life, but she never showed it, and she made sure to still put her kids first and put her family first. Still came to almost all of my games. Still came, like she really did almost everything. Her and my dad, obviously, and having my dad's help as well. I think just like in my future, I like obviously I'm in a relationship right now, but like if we could look like how my parents have like looked in their lives, it'd be great because like if my mom can't do something, my dad's there for like right by her side, helping her, pushing her through. If my dad can't do something, my mom's right there. Um, but also he was getting his real estate license and he had to take a test, and one of the questions was like one of the math questions I had took in algebra like the year before, and so I'm out here helping him, my mom's out here helping, my little brother's downstairs helping him, and it's just like our family dynamic is so good. And knowing that I'm always gonna have them, and that's what my mom used to say because I used to be so upset about like friendships and everything as well, and she'd
Sure.
be like you're gonna have your friends, they're gonna come and go, but like family's gonna be there forever. So
Without
that's really like
question.
one I look forward to. And I know this about my doctorate, but she's just really been like a great role model. Her and my dad, I've just been a role model on like my life. So
Yeah, it sounds like the Blunts have been absolutely amazing. Obviously, having an amazing impact on you. Amazing parents, amazing people, and I'm sure they're absolutely awesome. No question about that. Me, I'm a little intrigued, and this is kind of an intriguing question because for me, I am going to come that particular way next month. And the reason why I'm coming that way next month is because there's an NFL combine that happens all the time in Indianapolis, and there's a career conference that's going on. So people that typically want to kind of get into the NFL, they come there. Plus, I cover the combine as well. I don't know how close you are to the city of Indianapolis, but if you are still playing around that time, I certainly wouldn't mind coming out to a game. I certainly wouldn't mind. Do you think you guys will be playing around that time? And are you close to Indianapolis? Because if so, I will definitely come out.
I'm about an hour, I think, away from Indianapolis with no traffic. So it depends on what time you come. But I know we'll probably be like the end of the like conference or not conference NAI nationals is March 23rd. So that's the last day. I know we have conference tournament, I think the 9th through the 16th. So
Mm.
hopefully we'll still be playing, but if not, like I'll definitely send you my schedule and let you know like what, especially around tournament and conference time as well.
Well, yeah, it'll be the last week of February, so it's kind of going to be
Okay.
like the 25th to like March 2nd, because the
Yo, I
combine
should
is around. You said what?
season. We should still be in season at that time.
Okay, so then yeah, so definitely I definitely would love to come out and check out a game. Hopefully you guys have a home game. That would be
Yeah.
amazing, obviously. But you guys are if you're in Indiana, I would definitely be in Indianapolis around that time. So I definitely want to come out and support not only just you, but the entire team as well. I obviously also would love to have Casey on this podcast as well, and I'd love to hear her story because I've heard you mention her name a few times. I would love to have her on at some point as well. But we have reached the final question now of the podcast, which is pretty much rapid fire. It's not really like one question, but it's just basically me throwing a bunch of things out at you. And unlike this or that, where you're choosing something, this is the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay,
Okay.
so here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Chicken or ribs?
Ribs.
Soda or juice?
Juice.
Favorite Netflix TV series or TV show on television?
Probably you.
Ooh, that's a different one right there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know about that one. That's a different type of show right there. Okay. Favorite board game?
Ooh. The game of life.
Are you as competitive at board games as you are on the basketball court?
Yeah. Especially if we get cards and Uno and everything else. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Somebody hit me with a draw four. I'm bound to slap somebody. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It get real competitive around here too. No question.
Yep.
Okay, that was my next one. Favorite card game?
I play. My dad taught us something called Tunk. I don't know if you know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Um, I love Tunk. I played it at family reunions. We play it at home with like quarters. It's so fun.
I don't know a black family that don't know what tunk is. I haven't met one yet. But yeah, absolutely. I definitely know what tunk is for sure. Okay, I'm with you on that. Uh Favorite sandwich?
I like to create my own sandwiches, but probably like turkey. Actually, scratch that. A turkey sandwich after the pool with Doritos.
I should have known that you was just gonna come up with some crazy type of creative design of sandwich. Okay, I should have known. That's okay. I asked. All right, here we go. Favorite color?
Red.
I like it. Red is good. If you had a choice, Selena, to choose three people, okay, so three plus you equaling four total, three people to go on vacation with, who would you choose and where would you go? Now, before you choose these people, you could choose family, friends, or celebrities.
I would go with my best friend Brooke,
Okay.
definitely. Um, and honestly, probably I'd bring one of my other like we're in a little group, so it's me, Brooke, and Big Mike. He's about 5'4", so he's not really too big, but you call him big, call him Big Mike. And probably my boyfriend Martin, and I take them probably to like somewhere fun. Maybe actually, I scratched that. I'd go. I have a lot of travel lists, like places I want to go to.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to Switzerland with them.
Wow, that's incredible. Okay, switching. I'm with you on that. And not to laugh at Big Mike. Big Mike, if you ever watch this, I'm not laughing at your height. I really not. I'm not super tall either, bro. I'm only 6 feet. So I totally understand. I totally get it. So okay, I'm with you on that. If you had a choice to choose between three artists or three songs that you can listen to on repeat and never get tired of, what three artists or three songs would you choose?
Okay, so I think I have to get an artist from each like genre. Like I think first, mm, I definitely would choose either Brent or Daniel Caesar. I think I'd go Daniel Caesar right now,
Okay.
just because I'm listening to him more. Probably Faye Webster as well, and rap. So, mm, honestly, I'd probably choose J. Cole and get those three and have to listen to them forever.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you on that. I like that. Now, let's do this. Because you play on a team. So I want to ask you, who is the funniest teammate?
Me.
You know what? I believe you on that. That's no cap. I believe you on that. Okay. Who is the neatest teammate?
Ooh, the neatest? Probably. She's not our. Well, I guess I'm gonna consider her our teammate. Our team manager Mia. She's a clean freak. She has everything
Got
ready all the time, 24/7. If you
Okay.
need something, she has it probably.
Got you. I like that. Who is the most talkative teammate?
Talkative, probably. Hmm, probably Emma. She'll talk like on the court. She'll talk like she's all like not even bad. She's always like talking, always communicating at least as well. So
I love it. I love it. Who is the teammate that if you had a schedule to get on the bus, who's the teammate that's always running late?
Callie.
Okay, we've all had those type of teammates. Who who is the teammate if you're out and you're going out to eat with the entire team? Who is the teammate that is willing to pay for someone?
Ooh, honestly, our whole team. I don't think anyone would be like, oh, I can't. Everyone, I think almost, not even almost, everyone would be like, oh, you can't pay, or like if something's going on and they forgot something, like I got you.
I love
So,
that. I love to hear that. Who would you say is the clumsiest teammate? The teammate that's always tripping, always falling on the floor.
honestly, no one really falls a lot, but I would say probably me because we were doing sprints one time and I tripped over the line. So,
Okay, last one of the teammates. Who is the teammate that can sing the best? Who has the best voice?
probably Kendall. Kendall, definitely.
Kendall. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, start, bench, cut. Okay, is what I want to throw this out to you, and it's going to be the basketball version. Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to give you three players. Okay, and it's two different versions. There's a women's version and a male version. I'm going to give you the men's version first.
Okay.
Start, bench, cut. Active players: LeBron, Wemby, Kevin Durant. Which one are you starting? Which one are you benching? Which one are you cutting?
I think I'm gonna start. Are we talking like we're saying active like as of right now or like their peak?
No, no, we're talking like right now, active.
Okay. If it's active right now, I'm gonna start Wemby. I'm gonna bench LeBron and cut KD.
Wow, cutting KD, huh? I understand. I get it. I like it though. I do.
I
I
can't
do. Now
cut my.
here's the women's version of start bench cut. Okay, they're active players right now. So we're gonna go Asia Wilson. Okay, we're gonna go Brianna Stewart. Okay, and we're gonna go Caitlin Clark. Which
Okay.
one are you benching, starting, and cutting?
I gotta start Asia. That I think she's just a great like every time she's on the screen, I just like I love watching her moves. I love watching like we talked about having a dog in someone. That she has a dog in her. So
Yes, he does. Yes, he
Asia
does.
start. I would I'd probably bench Brianna and cut Caitlyn just of right now.
Wow. Now that, wow, I did not expect that answer, but I love it. I love it. It's a difficult question, but I love that answer. I do, and I really have loved this conversation, Celina. Of really learning about you, your why you play sports, what you do, how you handle your time, your transparency as well. The impact that your parents have had on you. Obviously, Mr. and Mrs. Blunt has had a tremendous impact, and you're just a wonderful lady. I don't think anybody would say anything different. I'm not breaking news here. I think your teammates and friends will say the same thing about you as well. I really do appreciate you allocating your time for me and staying up late with me and rocking with me. Obviously, you got a great team, 15-4. I wish you
Mhm.
continued success on the basketball court and in the classroom. My absolute final question to you is there anything else that you would like to add about yourself, basketball, or anything at all before we conclude?
Um, no, not really. I mean, I just have to thank God for everything I've gotten in my life. I can't really be too down in the dumps, honestly. Like I'm blessed to go to school for free. So that's like my main thing. I know Taylor University isn't like a cheap school to go to either. It's a private Christian
Yeah,
institution, so it's definitely expensive, but I'm just blessed that I can go here and I can worship the Lord, but also play basketball at my best potential. So
absolutely. Amen to that. No question about that. I want you to continue balling out there with you and the rest of your teammates. You and I will most certainly stay in touch because I think you're amazing. And I think that's even an
thank you.
understatement coming from me. But for sure, I think that's what you are. I want you to enjoy your Sunday and your holiday tomorrow. You and I will most certainly be in touch.
Thank you.
You take care and have a wonderful night.
You as well.